Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. To about the 35, second down. The Rams at 2-0 here to begin the season. And off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
Now Marino looking to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Warner. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 3rd and 4 now. You look at this Niner defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And Marino's throw there incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Rams, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Miami. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move it right to veteran and continue from there.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That is caught by Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. This one caught out toward the sideline by Hunt. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Marino. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. This is Brown going up the middle. And some space here. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Marino sets up. He finds his man, complete. It's Warner. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another 1st down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing now is Brady. Complete. It's Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Brady. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Again, it's Brady. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's Brady to throw. They still can't get him. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Marino will look to throw on first. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Complete to Newsom. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Marino will throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On play action, it's Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before half for Brady. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Brady. And he completes it to Hunt. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Brady.
Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
On play action, now Brady. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Johnson's got it complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Now Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
He was looking for Parker that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Brady going to throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll throw it with Marino. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Marino's incompletion on 1st down leads to 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Marino to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. Now it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Brady now to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Brady will look to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. An inside give, Brown. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
To throw is Marino. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That his 1st catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now it's Marino. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8.
Now Brady.
That one complete to Parker.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Now the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot for Marino. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to